Welcome to AI Brief, episode 115. I'm Amin.
And I'm Leah.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into some really significant AI developments. We'll look at cost versus performance in new models, AI tackling protein design, and how AI is getting better at, well, seeing the world.
Let's jump right in with Google's Gemini 2.5 Flash. It's a new model in preview using a kind of hybrid reasoning.
Hybrid reasoning.
Yeah.
And the performance claims are pretty bold, aren't they? Matching a 4 mini, beating Claude 3.5 Sonnet in some areas like STEM.
That's what the benchmarks suggest. But maybe the most novel part is this thinking budget concept they've introduced.
Right, the thinking budget. So developers get, up to 24,000 tokens to play with to sort of balance quality, cost, and speed.
Exactly. It's a direct lever for optimization. And this 2.5 Flash is showing, big reasoning improvements over the 2.0 version.
So you could use it cheaply for simpler tasks, then maybe dial up the thinking when you hit something complex.
That seems to be the idea, making powerful reasoning more accessible for high-volume applications. It's out via API now and experimentally in the Gemini app.
Okay, interesting. Now, shifting gears quite a bit. Profluent and AI in biology. Designing proteins.
Yes. Profluent announced ProGen 3. It's a family of models specifically for designing complex proteins completely from scratch.
And this is where we're seeing, scaling laws starting to show up in biology AI.
Yeah.
More data, bigger models, better results.
It certainly looks that way. Their biggest model has 46 billion parameters, trained on 3.4 billion protein sequences. Just a massive data set.
And the results, what have they actually designed?
Well, one big one is new antibodies. They apparently perform on par with approved drugs but have different structures. That could be huge for navigating patents.
That is potentially huge.
Yeah.
Anything else?
They've also created gene editing proteins that are smaller than CRISPR-Cas9. Think about delivery. Smaller packages are easier to get where they need to go in the body.
So new gene therapy possibilities, potentially. And they're releasing some of these.
20 open antibodies, yes. Available through licensing, targeting diseases affecting millions. It really feels like AI could make drug design much more like an engineering discipline.
Faster, more predictable.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about perception. Meta's FAIR team has been busy too.
Very busy. They published 5 new open source research projects, all focused on AI perception and reasoning, how AI understands the world around it.
Like the perception encoder, I saw that one mentioned. State-of-the-art visual understanding.
That's the claim. It's supposedly very good at tricky things, like spotting camouflaged animals or tracking complex movements. You can see the applications for robotics there.
Definitely. What else came out of FAIR?
There's the Meta Perception Language Model, PLM, and a benchmark for video understanding called PLM Video Bench. So really pushing into how AI processes video.
And something about 3D. Locate 3D.
Right. That's about giving AI a really precise grasp of objects in 3D space. They even released a big data set, 130,000 annotations linking language to spatial info.
So telling the AI the red cube behind the blue sphere, and it actually gets it spatially.
That's the goal. And finally, a collaborative reasoner framework. They're testing how well different AI systems can actually work together on a problem.
And does collaboration help AI?
Apparently, yes. Early results show nearly a 30% performance boost when AI agents collaborate compared to working alone. It all points towards more capable embodied AI.
Okay, so lots of progress on the capability front, but there's also some buzz around DeepSeek facing potential issues.
Yeah, some chatter about a possibly bumpy road ahead. Given how R1 shook things up, competitors might be looking to blunt the impact of R2.
And OpenAI's move requiring developer IDs, is that seen as related? Trying to limit DeepSeek's access.
That's one interpretation being floated. Plus, there are these reports, unconfirmed of course, about potential U.S. government action restricting access to NVIDIA chips, maybe even a platform ban.
Something to watch.
Oh.
On a later note, Grok is getting a memory.
xAI's chatbot, yes. It can now remember past conversations to give, more personalized responses or advice over time.
But users control it, right? They can decide what it remembers or forgets.
That's the plan. So if you mention you go to the gym daily, it might offer more tailored workout tips later, for example.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, the big one, the AGI debate. OpenAI's O3, with its new tool use, seems to have reignited this.
It really has. Hitting the top of benchmarks tends to do that. We're seeing some pretty strong opinions.
Like Tyler Cowen, the economist. He seems convinced.
He said O3 wipes the floor with the humans on many topics. And others, like model trainer John Hammond, see the light at the end of the tunnel. Daria Nutmaz, an immunologist, thinks it's already near genius level.
Wow, strong endorsements.
Well,
But there are counterarguments too, aren't there? It still fails at some simple things.
that's the pushback. Things like matching names to colors in a list or basic logic puzzles. It suggests that maybe AGI isn't a switch being flipped, but more of a gradual climb.
And GPT 4.5 passing the Turing test 73% of the time recently? That just adds another layer, I suppose. It's complicated.
Very. Okay, let's run through some other quick updates. OpenAI's O3 also scored a 136 on the Mensa Norway IQ test. That's higher than Gemini 2.5 Pro on that specific test.
Impressive score. And Alibaba, they released an open source video model.
WAN 2.1 FL F2V14B. It generates video from just the first and last frame images, aims for coherent output.
Interesting technique. What about AI music?
Deezer says they're seeing over 20,000 AI-generated songs uploaded daily. They're actually using AI now to help filter it all.
20,000 a day. Wow. Microsoft Edge has Copilot Vision now in the US.
Right, letting the AI see your screen content on certain websites, initially 9 of them.
And Anthropic made an investment.
Their first one, actually. $1 million into a company called Goodfire. They study how LLMs make decisions, kind of like AI psychology.
Metacognition for AI. Perplexity might be coming to phones.
Reportedly, yes. Talks about being a built-in assistant on Motorola phones and maybe seeking a deal with Samsung, too.
And finally, UC Berkeley's chatbot Arena got a new name.
It's now Arena Intelligence, still hosting that crowdsourced AI leaderboard.
Okay, lots happening. Before we wrap up, let's quickly mention some trending tools people might want to check out.
Sure. Gamma 2.0 lets you make presentations, websites, even social media stuff just from text prompts. Super fast.
Then there's OpenAI's O3 and O4 Mini, obviously with the vision and tool use, and Codex CLI, an open source coding helper for your terminal.
Copilot computer use is about building agents that can actually navigate GUIs, automate desktop tasks, and Nilly is an assistant that uses over 20 models, lets you compare their answers.
DocSound sounds useful, turns product demos into documentation and chatbots automatically. And Docwello for standard contracts like NDAs.
Tool Finder helps you, well, find AI tools with reviews. And WebDraw is a no-code platform for building simple AI apps.
Quite a list. It just shows how fast everything's moving in AI, constantly offering new tools and raising new questions.
Absolutely. The pace is just relentless, opening up capabilities we couldn't imagine just a short while ago.
Well, we hope this deep dive gave you some valuable insights into these latest developments. If you found it useful, please do follow and share AI Brief so others can join the conversation.